Hello. It's been a while since I made a video, but today we're gonna go over one Widow for each generation of Beyblade. We have Burst, Metal Fight, Plastic Gen, and X. We're gonna turn this light off so you guys can see better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, for Plastic Gen, this is Widow S. S is for Snare, so this is Widow Snare. Metal Ball Bit. Has good LED, doesn't look like it. For Metal Fight, we have, I don't really have a name for this Widow, but it looks like a circle, but as you can see, it's very, very slightly off balance. That's kind of a theme for Widows, is they're very slightly off balance. Very circular, but pretty off balance. For Burst, we have this Widow. Leviathan has named it the Tire. As you can see, the ratchet, I've been playing too much X. What is this called? Disc. The disc is a lot closer up here than it is over here. You can see it's pretty off balance there. Uses over bearing drift. This uses custom bottom, and this uses D125 wide defense. And X Widow Brace uses W60 Endure, which I think is a pretty good custom combo. I'm going to try and put them against meta combos, but I might not have meta combos for each generation. We're going to start oldest and work our way up. So we're going to start with Widow S, and we're going to put it against two bays. We're going to go with, I forget the name of this, Drasil Shield. Just stock Drasil Shield and stock Kid Dragoon. I know these are not good combos by any means. I'm going to do, this is the only stadium I'm going to be using just because I don't have any other good stadiums. It'll be fine. We're going to go to, let's say 7 on each of them, single elimination. And we're going to use the X point system. 1 sleep out, 2 for pockets, 2 for burst, and 3 for X finish. So we'll launch Widow S. I'm going to be launching with Widows first for all these, by the way. And let's start with Drasil Shield. So that is a sleep out. That is 1-0 for Widow. Widow likes to tilt a lot, but it normally restabilizes itself every once in a while to get outspun just because of how much it tilts. That is a spin out for Widow, so that's 2-0 Widow. Widow. Plastic Gen ripcord. That is 4-0 Widow. I believe that is 6-0 Widow, so this is for the win against Drasil Shield. I don't have an HMS Widow, but that kind of falls under plastic anyways, just because HMS is impossible to find a template for. Restabilizes itself upon hitting the opponent. So that is Widow Snare wins against Drasil Shield. I'm gonna try and move this. We're gonna get a peep of the roach tank. I don't think you can see any, so that should be a better view, right? Right. Yeah, it's a good view. Let's see if I can put something here to make it stop falling. Oh my goodness. There we go. It has stopped falling, and so we're gonna go Widow S versus Kid Dragoon. Kid Dragoon is a very low, very upper attack oriented bay, so it's really good at destabilizing, and as you can see, Widow is easily destabilized, but I don't think it will be too much of an issue. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Widow S. Kid Dragoon. The issue with Kid Dragoon is it's so low that it's kind of just making base contact. It's just making spin base contact. It can't really upper that well because there's nowhere to upper on a spin base. If it was a little taller, it could maybe upper a little better, but for now it's not good. So that is 1-0 Widow. In goes Kid Dragoon. That is 1-1 Widow Snare. I'm not worried. Again, it gets destabilized pretty easily. We're currently at tie 1. Stabilize yourself. There we go. We're at 2-1 Widow S. Tornado Stalling is not the move for it. Just because Widow S has so much stamina. Widow S. This is going by really slow. I hope we get some knockouts. it play out. I really like the web design holding the blade to the template. I'll show you in a minute. That was actually Tyrant's idea. He can comment under this and vouch for it, but as you can see, that's there's nothing here in between. The webs are holding the blade to the template. I believe that is 5-1 Widow Snare. Correct me if I'm wrong. It does not need a tornado stall. Widow S is going to out-stamina it every time just because of its flat base. Ooh, might have got that good stabilize in. It is Widow S 6-1. This should be for the win. Getting in some good attacks. And we're back to scraping. We are back to just click, 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 click. And that looks like we are 7-1 Widow Snare. We're going to move on to Metal Fight, and Metal Fight we're going to go to 5 instead, because for 2 reasons. This is the only Metal Fight launcher that I have. It's not good at all. And the only Metal Fight Bay that I have is a Flame Libra, so it is not good. So the next 2 gens are going to hopefully have some actual meta combos to test against. But for now, Widow on D125 wide fence against Flame Libra. And here goes Flame Libra. Oh, that fell on the floor. That's going to be a relaunch. So, Widow. Flame Libra. See how it's like a circle, but it's hitting hard? That's because it's just a little bit off balance. I feel like all defense base should be like very slightly off balance. Like so slight you can barely see it. Here, let's see if I can get it to focus. See how you have like a little slit over here, like a longer slit over here? Like that off balance. Because the second you make it not off balance or not aggressive in any way, you're getting into stamina type territory. I don't think that was a very good launch, but we're still going to count that 2-0 just because I want Metal Fight to go a little quick so we can get in burst X. I hope it's 2-0. Be very disappointed if Libra came back from this. Contact! Make contact. There we go. Wasn't contact, but it was a spin out, so that's 2-0 Widow. We're going to go up to 3, I think, instead of 5. Just because I don't think anybody wants to see us go up to 5. So, Metal Fight's over. Away with them. Into Burst. So, I actually love this Burst Bay. It uses, over on bearing drift, and this is just light hand spin. You can see all that LED just... Again, it's pretty off balance, so it's not like super stamina. It does have some clap back. The combos we're going to test against are Prominence Perseus, because I couldn't find my Phoenix chip. Over Metal Universe. We're going to test it against Ultimate Valkyrie, Giga, Destroy Dash, and Belial plus F with Over and Bearing Dash. But my only other over is on the defense combo right now of Phoenix. So we're going to transfer that when we get there. So here is my... we're going to go ahead and start with the Prominence combo, I think. So we're going to go to 5 with each of them. I haven't launched Burst in so long, I forget you have to tilt launch drift for it to be usable. Otherwise it just does that. I think we can come back to this though, just because of the LED and the stamina. Don't you guys love Burst? Because this is 95% of the battles. You know what, we're gonna go to 3 on Burst. As you can see, Widow just out-stamined it by a long shot, even with that crazy rail grinding at the beginning. There's a better drift launch. Looks like they're both kind of tornado stalling each other. My Plastic Gen Bay Widow S is kind of my best design so far. I designed the blade, and again, my friend came up with the absolutely awesome web designs. That's, we're gonna launch this. Okay, sorry. So it's 1-0 Widow, I believe. Widow's not in any particular system, I don't think. If it is, I can't remember the name of it. It's not any official system, I know that. That's going to be 2-0 Widow. This is for game point. that's gonna be 3-0 Widow. So we're gonna put Widow up against a more exciting opponent next. Ultimate Valkyrie, Giga, Destroy Dash. So this is hopefully gonna get it a little less boring. Oh, please activate the bearing. We're not gonna count that because that is no contact. This is what's bad about not having a good burst stadium. Because Destroy Dash does like to Tornado Stall. I really don't think Tornado Stalling is the move for him here. See, Widow's just deflecting all of those. So that's okay. We know it beats Ultimate Valkyrie. We're gonna move on to Belial plus F on over Bearing Dash, and this is gonna be a really boring match. So I'll try and do commentary. Yeah, it's settled down. And now it's just going to be scraping for the rest of the match, probably. I think Widow's going to pull it out. I think Widow's going to come out on top. Just because of the stamina on it. Even though it is ever so slightly off-center. Just so it has that little bit of clapback. And that is a win. Once we get past that one aggressive phase at the beginning, it's pretty boring. Oh. That was a snipe, but we're gonna let it play out again. I'm excited for the new Pegasus Blast. I think Pegasus Blast on wheel is gonna be really good. I'm gonna have to get my hands on that. I ended up trading my friend, I hope he comments. It's the same friend I've referenced throughout this whole video. A Tricera Press for a Hover Wyvern Lair, which I think was a good trade. And I think he thought was a good trade, otherwise he wouldn't have made it. Tricera put like the whole bay, like Down Spike, which is mid. M85, which I don't know is mid yet, if it's mid yet. Oh, we have a baby roach skittering across the bark. I keep hissing roaches. And this is going to be the last match. It looks like it's 2-0 Widow right now. Ooh, I keep finding one burst. Like one burst click on Belial. There's a bunch of baby roaches that are just crawling around. I'm gonna try. I'm trying my best to do all pretty meta combos against all of my Widows, but sometimes it's just not possible because I don't have the base necessary. Again, I'm borrowing all the plastic stuff and the metal fight stuff from my friend because I don't have any, and that's another win for Widow. But I do have good X combos, and I see a lot of scientific Beyblade videos that are just completely complete and utter crap. And they try to use math to prove that this Beyblade combo is like the best ever, and it's almost never, because a Beyblade combo is too unpredictable, right? Like, take Level, for instance. I once saw on an EnderX Gaming HQ video that he didn't pick Level because it was too wide and it lost too much stamina, and he had this whole formula with the diameter of Level. Keep in mind, he's using this whole diameter, right? And he completely did not take into account that Level does not spin on the whole thing. It spins on this one little tip in the middle and banks on this. So you can't tell how much stamina it's going to have because it's too unpredictable. You don't know when it's going to bank on this. You don't know how much stamina it's going to lose. Level's just too unpredictable in stamina loss. I think Level is one of the least aggressive attack bits, and it has really good stamina for an attack bit. This is my personal deck, by the way, that I use for tournaments. It's Hover Wyvern 560 Level, Green Wizard Rod 160 Hexa, just because Green Wizard Rod has a lot more stamina than Yellow Wizard Rod, and I use Cobalt Dragoon 960 Elevate, just because Dragoon Elevate's amazing. And this is Widow Brace on W60 Endure. So we're going to launch Widow Brace first. And we're going to start with Green Rod, I think. The bit's off center. It does not normally do this. That is still a point. We're gonna do a test launch to make sure the bit is not, because the bit gets off center sometimes. You can hear it's not smooth. So we're going to disassemble it, and reassemble it. And we're going to go at it again. It's not smooth again. We're still going to go for it. It seems to have a little bit of flat back for it not being smooth. That is 2-0 Widow. We're going to go to 4 like normal with X. The one bay that I can't really seem to consistently beat with Widow Brace is Dragoon Elevate, just because it can equalize so well. Like, it's the El Drago of X. And also my friend's custom bay, which is on his channel. You should go check it out. Just because it can also spin steel really well. But it beats every other thing I've put it against. So that is 3-0 Widow. Might be 3-1 Widow, just with how much it's scraping, but it looks like, nope, it's 4-0 Widow. Sweet Rod 160 Hexa. We're going to put it against Hover 560 Level next, which I think is a wonderful attack combination. It's in my deck. sorry, I ran out of iPhone storage, so I had to delete stuff. So we're gonna do hover. So we have Widow Brace, hover 5/16 Rebel, having the home stadium in place, 1-0 Widow, W60 does scrape a lot though. That's going to be 2-0 Widow. That's going to be 2-2 Widow. Wow, I did not think it would get a knockout. Widow's like 55 grams. So it's tie 2 right now. Hovers. One beast of an attack. Man, okay. So Hover just beat Widow. We're going to do a best of 3 just because I think they're flukes. I haven't really come in contact with a official that could beat any not official. That's 1-0 Widow. That's 2-0 Widow. That's barely 3-0 Widow. And that is a knockout for Widow, so it's 1-1 in sets. Going to third set. Alright, so that is Widow Brace 1-0 in third set. Stadium in place. It's a wild battle. It's 2-0 Widow Brace. That is 2-2 Widow Brace. That is 3-2 Widow Brace. I think I light launched that one. So we're going to go back to 2-2 Widow Brace. I think that was a missed launch. 2-2 Widow Brace. hovers in my deck, if it's beating 55 gram custom, my god. Okay, so that is 3-2 Widow Brace. So, conclusion is that Plastic Gen Widow is really good. Metal Fight Widow is really good, even though I only have one thing to test it against. Burst Widow is also really good. And X Widow is really good. I'm not going to do the Dragunov match just because it loses. I know Widow Brace loses. And I don't want to sit through a Dragunov match. Anybody who's played with Dragunov knows that it's not a fun time. It's just sitting and watching things spin. Hover almost got it. Like, it won that first set, and I was a little bit scared. But then we did some more testing, and Widow beats it too. Just Hover's one beast of an attack type, man. I'm glad it's in my deck. Okay.